Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s. We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright, guys, we are here with episode 4, Episode 4 of the Memphis Tigers Dynasty, as they are playing a Week 5 matchup against the UConn Huskies. Memphis is 1-0 in conference, as is UConn. The only difference is UConn's only win was their conference win. They come in at 1-2, and Memphis is 2-1. We'll see if they can pull out another win again here today. And hello everyone, welcome to Rentschler Field in Storrs, Connecticut, where the 1-2 UConn Huskies are set to play host to the Memphis Tigers here in Week 5. Memphis has come off of a bye week, I believe. But the week before that was a win in the little brother rivalry against Middle Tennessee State. Alright, here we go. Set to kick the game away is Hornsey. And it's looking like it'll be a touchback. Now, both teams come into this game 1-0 in conference play. And we will see if UConn or Memphis will improve to 2-0 by the end of this one. This UConn offense is going up against the Memphis defense that is ranked number 48 in the entire nation in total defense. And that's intercepted on the first play from scrimmage. Look at that, Chandler Whitmer's first pass. What a play there, it was just picked off clean. And so, we were talking about Memphis' defense. They make a big play on the first play of the game. Sets up Memphis' offense, probably almost in field goal range. Kayvon Malone gets 2 yards on the screenplay. And Jacob Karam, the freshman quarterback, he's had a rough start to his career. I believe so far through 3 games, he's got like 3 touchdowns and like 9 interceptions. So they'll give to Brandon Hayes, who's got 2 yards. The sophomore tailback with 338 yards and 4 touchdowns with 67 carries on the year. And it's a quick 3rd down and 6 for Memphis, but I like to think they are in field goal range. So it might be better to just make sure you get points. And he fires over the middle. Nice catch there in heavy traffic by Jesse Millison. The tight end perhaps bailed out Karam there. But in any case, it's a first down for Memphis, down to the UConn 11. So they are in the red zone, knocking on the door here to start the game. And underneath there's Craig, and he dropped it. Joe Craig had probably at least 6 yards easy, and he couldn't hang on. That's up 2nd and 10 here. 4:52 to go, first quarter. Memphis knocking on the door. They got the ball out the 11 to UConn. There's Joe Craig. He's got 11 yards in the touchdown. That was really a nice pass there, I think, by Karam, but Craig was pretty open, so yeah, you see no one really covering him, just turns around and makes sure to get into the end zone. So, very early here in the game, and Memphis is already up 7-0. They got 7 points off of turnovers already. As you can see, West Virginia pulls off an upset. Number 3 Oklahoma State goes down 31-28. West Virginia, they're 4-1 on the year. They might be ranked here in a little bit if they keep this up. Elsewhere, Cincinnati takes down Southern Miss 35-28. Number 8 Texas A&M survives an upset scare against Arkansas 17-13. And UCF beats Kent State 28-13. Our game here is 7-0 Memphis. 4:50 to go first quarter. And Hornsey's kick will go out of the back of the end zone for another touchback. As you can see, one snap, one interception for this Memphis defense. We'll see if they can keep it up for 4 quarters today, though. They've had some strong starts in the past and just kind of faltered down the stretch a little bit. We'll see if they can play a complete game here today. McManus doesn't let McCombs shake him loose. It's a 6-yard gain, but at least Bobby McManus didn't just give up. He kept with it and eventually took him down. So it'll be 2nd down and 4 here from about the 30. Whitmer wants to pass. It is he throws. Hollier with the interception. And he's still going inside the 20. Hollier inside the 10, inside the 5. He dives into the end zone. Pick 6 for Bakari Hollier. Whitmer's 0 for 2, 2 interceptions. And just like that, Memphis has a 13-0 lead. What a start here for this Memphis defense as Elliott tacks on the extra point. But 3 offensive snaps for UConn, and they've had 2 interceptions, including one by Bakari Hollier that was just returned for 6 a moment ago. And Hornsey's kicking off for the 3rd time already, not even 2 minutes into the game. Phillips will take a knee, and it comes out to the 25. They've allowed 6 yards an hour after 2 per play and 2 interceptions. This Memphis defense has come ready to play. And Chandler Whitmer's got to get this figured out. He's in trouble already. And they really need a touchdown drive here to sort of calm it down, but McCombs going nowhere, brought down in the backfield. Winton McManus blew that play up before it even got started. He's got 2 tackles. So the only 2 tackles on this Memphis team have both gone to McManus. Whitmer wants to run the option. And that's busted up. He lost another yard. Not going anywhere. Bakari Hollier comes up to blow up the quarterback. Just like that, it's 3rd and 12 here for UConn. Whitmer wants to pass those underneath. Caught by Max De Lorenzo, but Fritz Etienne taking him down shy of the 1st. It'll be 4th and 4, and UConn will go 3 and out. So this has been a fantastic start for this Memphis defense. And Coach Jakob Kolenkov's got to be thrilled about that. Carl Harris out across the 30, an 8-yard return there. And out comes this Memphis offense. They got a 14-point lead. And we'll see if they can stretch that to even 21 here on this drive, or maybe even just 17. 2:58 to go first quarter. It's been all Memphis early on, thanks to 2 quick interceptions. Hayes will get a yard on 1st down. They got 2 carries, only 3 yards. 2nd and 9, ball on their own 31 here for Memphis. Last time out, they won at home in the little brother rivalry against Middle Tennessee State, and Hayes will get the carry for 4. Sets up a manageable 3rd down and 5. From their own 35 here, 1 for 1 on 3rd downs already is Memphis. You know they'd love to get this one. Karam throws underneath, and he just airmailed that one. There was really no one open. As solid as this defense has been, this offense has been really pretty bad. They have not been great by any stretch of the imagination. The punt, it'll be fielded at the 29 by Fox. And Fox has some running room. He's up to about the 48, I think. 17-yard return there by Deshaun Fox. As you take a look at the offense at a glance, and really neither offense has done that well, but Memphis defense set them up nicely on the first drive. They only had to go about 32 yards, and that's what they did. Okay, actually probably even less. And then they went and took care of business themselves with the pick six. Charles Harris takes McCombs down at the line of scrimmage. And this UConn offense just can't get much of anything going. 3 carries, 5 yards for Lyle McCombs. And I'd be willing to bet the 2 early interceptions have this Memphis defense absolutely energized. Whitmer wants to pass underneath, caught by Fox. Deion Whitty takes him down, but not before he gets 22 down to the Memphis 30. Alright, so now Memphis, their defense just needs to settle down and get back to playing. Can't let that 22-yard play get into their heads. Whitmer, under pressure, scrambles to the outside underneath. It's caught by Sean McKeon inside the 5, down to the 4. 26 yards, and it looks like Whitmer's bounced back from his 2 early interceptions. He's completed 3 straight. First down and goal, ball on the 4. Can this Memphis defense come up with a goal line stand? They'll give to Franken. Reuben Frank is just untouched into the end zone. So the fullback will put UConn on the board here. And Memphis' lead has been cut in half. .109 to go first quarter. It's 14-7 Memphis. So the defense didn't look that great on the last drive, but they played pretty well overall, I would definitely say. The kick will be taken by Craig out of his own end zone. Just running straight up field, and he's out across the 20. 25-yard return there. Actually, they will mark him down exactly at the 20. So after going 3 and out on the last drive, this Memphis offense is looking to put points on the board here for their 3rd drive of the game. Hayes just... you can't get much running room. I mean, Hayes, he's a pretty good back, but he can't get blocking, and he doesn't have a nice passing game to really support him. Karam's thrown a lot of interceptions. And this offense just had trouble moving the ball early on. Nice catch there by Reggie Travis. He's got 13 yards. An accurate pass there that time by Jacob Karam. Although it looks like they're going to review it. Back to the point. I think... oh no, because a lot of this Memphis defense is junior and seniors. They're junior and seniors starting on defense. So Yakov's going to have to replace them pretty quickly. The play does stand. He got 1 foot in. You only need 1 in college. This isn't the pros. So it's first down Memphis from their own 35. Under 30 seconds to go first quarter. Hayes looking to get to the edge. Can't quite get it, but he falls forward. It's 11 yards and a first down. 5 carries, 20 yards for Brandon Hayes. There you go. It is 1st and 10. Memphis has got a nice little bit of a groove going here, I would say. It's underneath. Hayes makes a catch out of the backfield. He's got 6 yards. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter here in Storrs. Yeah, we've played 1 here in Storrs, Connecticut. The visiting Memphis Tigers has jumped out to an early 14-7 lead thanks to 2 very early interceptions by their defense. It is 2nd down and 4 here for Memphis from the 47 of UConn as we begin the second quarter. It was underneath, caught by Craig on the slant. He broke a tackle. 8-yard catch there by Joe Craig. He's got 2 catches for 19 yards and a touchdown. And I think if they can get another first down, Memphis should about be in field goal range. Although you know they're thinking, come on, let's just get 6. It was underneath. Hayes can't hang on to it. And that's another part of the problem. Lots of drops here. So even when Karam does make a really good throw, it's not 100% guaranteed the receivers will hang on to it. But Coach Yakov Kolenkov knew when he took the job it would be a rebuild. And Karen makes a mistake. He throws his, I believe that's 10th interception of the year. Tymier Brown, the free safety, just jumped the route. I don't know, I guess maybe Karen thought the route would be run a little bit shorter. So he tried to get it in there quicker, but he would have been better served just, I don't know. Whitmer shed a tackle, and then he got punished, but it's still 7 yards. And Whitmer really should have been taken down behind the line of scrimmage there. We'll see if this Memphis defense can hang on and, not turn into giving up lots of yards like they have at points this year. Whitmer, they got to make tackles, though, and it starts by defending the option. Chandler Whitmer has just run all over on these last 2 plays. That one's got 11 yards to the Memphis 48. If he can keep running like this, Memphis might have to think about putting a QB spy on him. They'll give to McCombs here, and he's tripped up, but he still somehow managed to get 6 yards. I think he fell forward for about 3 extra there because he got hit pretty quickly. It's 2nd and 4 here. UConn's on the move again, looking to knot things up at 14. Play action. Takes a shot underneath. There's McKeon. And he's inside the 20, a 22-yard catch there. They're picking apart the zone defense. And the man defense hasn't done so hot either, so I don't know. We'll see what Coach Yakov keeps doing. I give to McCombs, and McCombs, he's not going to get past the line of scrimmage. Tank Jakes having none of it. 2nd and 10 from the 19 now. Coming up on 4 minutes to go, first half. UConn's in the red zone again, looking to knot the score at 14-all. They'll give to De Lorenzo. He's brought down. Looked like behind the line, but I guess he fell forward for a yard. Charles Harris made the tackle. It is 3rd down and 9 from the 18. Can this defense force a stop? UConn's 0 for 1 on 3rd down, so they got a 3rd and long here. Whitmer, pressure coming, throws underneath, and that's incomplete. So Memphis defense does their job, and they'll hold to a field goal attempt here for UConn. Should be right down the middle, probably a little more than a chip shot here. And the kick, yeah, it's good, no doubt about that. We've got a studio update here. SMU leading TCU 13-10 with 13:30 to go here in the game. That would be quite a road win there for SMU, pulling off the upset, I believe. And elsewhere, Houston goes into Birmingham and they take down the UAB Blazers 31-26. Memphis' lone loss this year has come on the road, and that was in Week 2 in Oxford, Mississippi against the Rebels. Craig bouncing to the outside. He's out across the 20 down to about the 23. It's a 29-yard return there. And we'll see what this Memphis offense can do following the interception. Karam on the read option. He's got 5 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 28. 1 carry, 5 yards for Jacob Karam. They run Brandon Hayes, and he barely got a yard. 3rd down and 4 here. You know Memphis really doesn't want to go 3 and out. They throw underneath Brandon Hayes. Can't shed a tackle. He only got 2 yards. And I wonder if maybe Coach Yakov, if they take a gamble and go for it. Yes, and that's looking like what they're going to do. They want to try to get momentum back on their side. Let's see if they can do it. Hayes, he got it. He got just enough. 3 yards and a first down. 7 carries, 24 yards today for Brandon Hayes. But best of all, the chains keep moving and the gamble pays off. Hayes brought down in the backfield there. Yawin Smallwood just blew that play up before it even began. And we'll see if Coach Yakov's got some recruiting prowess. Because there's a lot of stuff that really needs to be upgraded if Memphis wants to turn into a contender. Wants to take a shot deep. There's Craig. What a catch there. 17 yards. He just kind of jumped up in like double coverage and came down with it. Let's take a look. Oh, never mind. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but still, nice catch there. 6 first downs for Memphis, 4 for UConn. And Memphis is looking to stretch this lead before we hit the locker room. Karam taking a shot deep. K1 Malone, 43 yards and a first down. What a catch. That was a nice throw there by Jacob Karam and Malone. Nice job to make sure you got a foot in bounds. So a big play there sets them up nicely. First and goal from the 9. 1:22 till halftime and still all 3 timeouts. Karam had nothing doing there on the read option. He got a yard. 2 rushes, 6 yards for Jacob Karam. It's second and goal from the 9. And you know they're thinking, let's just hammer it, try to run it in. The current drive's gotten 66 yards in 8 plays. And they're knocking on the goal line. They'll give to Hayes. He just cuts up field into the end zone. 8-yard touchdown run by Brandon Hayes. And Memphis has stretched their lead to 21-10 pending the extra point. 2:43 yards to go, 73 yards in 9 plays. 2 minutes 43 seconds to go, 73 yards in 9 plays. And it's an 11-point Memphis lead. Both teams do still have 3 timeouts, and there are 54 seconds left in the half, though. So I would expect UConn to throw deep, try to get yardage. That's a touchback, so they'll have 75 yards to try to cut it to a 4-point deficit here before halftime. And really, Memphis' defense's job is simple. Keep them out of the end zone for 54 seconds. Whitmer taking a shot deep. Knocked away by Lonnie Ballantyne. Nice coverage there. He just couldn't quite come down with the interception. Like I said, this defense is overall pretty good, although they have their moments where they couldn't stop like a little baby from going right down the field. Or I know I'm butchering that saying, but whatever. Those underneath, nearly intercepted. Instead, it's incomplete. And might UConn go 3 and out and give the ball right back to Memphis? We'll see. They're 0 for 2 on third downs. Here's a 3rd and 10. 47 seconds left first half. The ball's at their own 25. McCombs wrapped up shy of the first. Memphis will call a timeout. They want the ball back. .43 seconds to go till halftime. Memphis should get the ball in pretty good field position. Plenty of time, especially with 2 timeouts still in their pockets. Harris just cuts it right up the middle of the field. He's got a 13-yard return. You take a look at great teamwork. This has been a balanced offense that we've seen from Memphis. And they'll start at their own 37 here. 35 seconds till halftime. 2 timeouts in their pockets. Those underneath. Tevin Jones making the grab. He's got 12 yards in the first, and they're going to go hurry up here. Looking to at least try to get into field goal range, I would assume. There's a snap. Throws it down over the middle of the field. Had a man open. Just not an accurate throw there by Cam, who's 10 for 15, 129 yards, a touchdown, and 1 interception. 29 seconds left first half. The ball's at midfield. 2nd and 10 here. Goes underneath, and another airmailed pass right there. 10 for 16 now is Jacob Karam. Still a pretty good day with the exception of the 1 interception. 1 for 3 on 3rd down today is Memphis. I bet they just throw it deep. And if he gets intercepted, so be it. Had a man open, and Karam couldn't get it to him. 4th and 10 from midfield. It's kind of no man's land though, so I would expect them to just go for it. 1 for 1 on 4th downs today. Yakov's rolling the dice. He says, and why not? It's almost halftime. See what we can do. And that's intercepted by Jones. There's a flag though, and I'll bet you it's roughing the passer, because there was pressure on him in a hurry. And it is indeed roughing the passer on Jefferson Ashiru. So wipe out the interception. 1st down from the UConn 35. 16 seconds left in the half. Still 2 timeouts. And I would think this is where you really focus on trying to get into field goal range. Hit as he throws, and that's intercepted again. And that one was just we hit the wrong button. Oh well, wrong receiver, not who was intended to. Maybe the pressure as he got hit affected the throw. It's alright, only 11 seconds left in the first half. Whitmer throws underneath. McCombs is 2 yards, and UConn's going to call a timeout, but throwing little dinky plays like that, it's not going to get him anything. 2nd down and 8. 8 seconds left in the first half. Memphis has played pretty well with the and there's a face mask. Just make the clean tackle. You had him wrapped up, Watson. Anthony Watson, you certainly didn't need to bring him down by his face mask. Got him wrapped up. Make the clean tackle, and we're out of here into halftime. 4 seconds left in the half. I would just assume they'll take a Hail Mary and throw it deep. Taking a shot. Knocked away. And who was the idiot who roughed the passer? Anthony Brown. Ugh. UConn, they got lucky. They've got an easy field goal kick now. Long of 35 today. They should have been out of this down 11, but 2 ridiculously stupid penalties. And UConn's only down 8 at half instead of 2 scores as they should be. Studio update, SMU does pull off the upset. 13-10 the final from Fort Worth. And we'll head into halftime here in Storrs, Connecticut. Memphis leading 21-13. Alright, both teams have had chances to talk about adjustments to make as we begin the second half. Joe Craig, he's going to return it out of his own end zone. 24-yard return to the 21. And Memphis is out-yarding UConn, hence the 8-point lead. They got about 40 more yards. Hayes tries to get to the corner. He doesn't get much, but there's a flag. It'll be roughing the passer again. And after having no penalties for most of the first half, that's on Shamar Stephen. There were like 3 in the final 50 seconds. And 1 here on the first offensive snap of the second half. So the coaches gotta be like, hey guys, calm down. Don't commit stupid penalties. Memphis, it's felt like they've been in control of the game, really. They just Patrick had it in his hands and he dropped it. It's 2 interceptions at inopportune times, to say the least. Both killing Memphis drives out. They were at least close to field goal range, if nothing else. And then the stupid penalties when they would have had nothing. Hayes loses a yard on 2nd and 10. It's 3rd down and 11. Jefferson Ashiru made the tackle there. And Brandon Hayes just has not been able to find any running room whatsoever. Wants to take a shot deep. Knocked away, incomplete. Taylor Mack with nice defense there. And we'll see if this Memphis defense is up to replicate their start of the first half. That's a solid punt. It'll be taken by Fox from inside the 20, although he's got an 11-yard return to the 31. 5:06 to go, 3rd quarter. Memphis with the 21-13 lead. We'll see if this defense can make a play, or if UConn can come in there and tie it up. McComb's got 7 yards on the catch out of the backfield. Whitmer's 7 for 13, 90 yards, 2 interceptions. And you know they're thinking about even it up. Was that a false start or an offsides? It'll be a false start on the Huskies. They'll back them up. It's 2nd and 8 now. There you go, 2nd down and 8. 4:42 to go, 3rd quarter here. UConn's still in it despite not playing very well. They just got bailed out on it a couple of times. Hollier had really nice coverage. It was just a perfect throw to Jeremy Davis. I mean, look at that. That's just pinpoint accuracy. Hollier had pretty good coverage. He made the play. It just sometimes good throws beat good coverages, and that's all it is to it. Under 4.5 to go here, 3rd quarter. They got the ball at midfield. Whitmer, play action. Has a man wide open down the middle of the field. That's Max DeLorenzo. How did he get that wide open? It's 36 yards. And this Memphis defense really needs to buckle down here as UConn's in the red zone down to the Tiger 15. A sack here would be great. They haven't had one of those yet today. Whitmer on the read option. He's got all kinds of daylight. Whitmer, the read option is still being run very effectively. I think maybe they need to think about putting a QB spy on. Anyway, it's 1st and goal. They're knocking on the door of the Huskies. 3 yards away from pay dirt. Give to McCombs on the option, and he's met just shy of the goal line. I would heartily expect a touchdown on this play. 2nd and goal from the 1, but at least this Memphis defense is still trying. Give to McCombs. He doesn't get in. A swarm there. Martin Ifetti was there to get to him first. And it is 3rd down and goal from the 1. Can this Memphis defense pull off a miraculous goal line stand? Whitmer wants to pass. Throws into the end zone. Fuchs was wide open, really. They brought the blitz and the tight end was open in the end zone. Here we go. Here's the 2-point conversion we've expected. 3:07 to go, 3rd quarter. This is to tie the game at 21. Whitmer wants to pass again. Throws knocked away. It doesn't work. And UConn still trails. I gotta say, I understand the decision to go for 2, but I wonder if maybe it was a bit early for it. It's now a touchdown and they're down 2 scores. Joe Craig, a solid return of 25 yards out to about the 29. The last 5 drives for Memphis have Had 1 touchdown, 2 punts, and 2 interceptions. Actually, they will mark him down at the 19, so Craig probably should have just taken a knee. 3:04 to go, third quarter. Throws it up. K1 Malone can't quite hang on to it. But in hindsight, he probably helped to make sure it wasn't intercepted. That was just not necessarily a smart play. It's alright, no harm, no foul. It falls innocently to the turf. 3 minutes on the nose to go, third quarter. They throw underneath, caught by Tevin Jones. He runs out of bounds before he can turn upfield, otherwise he had a first down. Still again a 6 and a manageable 3rd and 4 coming up. Cameron's 12 for 23. He's got 2 interceptions. He also has a touchdown though, so goes underneath. Led his man too far, and that's interception number 3 of the day and number 12 of the year. Karam, he's got to get better passing the ball. Otherwise, Memphis is just, they don't have a prayer because the running game's not always going to be there to bail him out, and the defense won't always be there to bail him out, like what's happened so far today. The defense and their 2 interceptions is what's keeping Memphis in this. Otherwise, it would probably be about game over by now. But they're in the red zone again, down to the 19. It's 2nd and inches. This Memphis defense could really use some sort of stop. Can even be a field goal, just something. Whitmer wants to take a shot, caught by McKeon. 13 yards, and it's 1st and goal. UConn's knocking on the door again, this time 6 yards away. 12 for 18, 165 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions today for Chandler Whitmer. And Frank, down he goes, loss of 1. They give to the fullback, and Johnny Farms is having none of it. 2nd down and goal from the 7. Can this defense force a goal line stand? Golden had him wrapped up behind the line, and he let him go. That's all on Golden. He had Chandler Whitmer dead to rights. Instead, it's touchdown. And they're ahead 4, so they're going to try to make it 6. Phillips will go in motion, and Whitmer throws underneath. Frank taken down shy, but of course there's a flag. That's on Charles Harris for roughing the passer, and it'll give him another shot at 2. Fantastic defense. 1:42 to go, third quarter. UConn's up by 4. Trying to make it 6. The throw, that's caught, and of course another penalty. But this one will be declined, no problem. The 2-point conversion is good. Who's that one on? Johnny Farms. Oh, so they get 15 yards on the kickoff. Sorry. Coach Kolenkov is not very happy. Here we go. This one ought to go out of the back of the end zone. And yes, it does, thanks to the 15 free yards. But in hindsight, that's probably better for Memphis because they'll have better field position than normal. They're down by 6 toward the end of the third quarter, and they really need to do something not stupid. Karam taking a shot deep. Craig comes down with it. He broke a tackle inside the 25 down to the 24. Double coverage jump ball, and his star receiver comes down with it. I think that's 15 more, so now it's 1st and 10 from the 12. 1 play, 1 penalty, and now Memphis is knocking on the door. How about that? Just throwing a jump ball. For a second I thought it would be interception number 4. But Joe Craig showing why he's an impact player. He goes up and he gets that. And they'll give it to Hayes on 1st down. He's got 7. 11 rushes, only 36 yards, but a touchdown. So it's not all a waste. 2nd and 3 coming up on a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Memphis only down 6. And you can see they're already looking to try to run a little bit of clock off. Just thinking of the future. They'll take the snap now, though. And Karam plunges upfield. He's got 3 yards, and it'll be 1st and goal. The ball is on the 2. Memphis looking to punch it in and tie it up and take the lead pending the extra point. This crowd wanting them to get loud. Here we go. A snap. Hayes is into the end zone, basically untouched. 2 yards out, and it's a touchdown for Memphis. So how about that? They go right down the field, and they're going to knot it up and take the lead on Elliott's extra point. We've got another studio update here. Ohio State leading Wisconsin 28-21, 12:01 to go in the game. Number 22 Wisconsin trying to pull off the upset at home and knock number 5 Ohio State from the ranks of the unbeaten. If Wisconsin can come back and win, both teams would go to 3-1. But here in our game, it's turned into a good one. Memphis with the 28-27 lead here. As we take a look at the offense at a glance. Memphis is more turnovers than UConn, but they still have the lead, thankfully. And at the end of the day, the score is all that counts. I really believe this game will come down to whoever has the ball last. Wow, McCombs, that play was blown up in the backfield. Winton McManus knocks him down as the screen loses 3 yards. So this defense is, perhaps they're amped up by the turn of momentum. They throw underneath to Deshaun Fox. And the Kane makes a play, but I think if that wasn't a face mask, it was roughing the passer. And unfortunately it is. Anthony Brown, I think that's his 2nd time roughing the passer today. Stop it. This should be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Actually, no, clock will run out before they get it snapped. 3 quarters gone, 1 to go. We got a good one brewing in Stores, Connecticut. The Memphis Tigers lead UConn 28-27. Can Memphis hold on and pull out a victory on the road and move to 2-0 in conference play? Let's go ahead and find out. 6 minutes to determine which team moves to 2-0 and which team drops to 1-1 in American athletic play. And the read option is still working. I mean, that was almost pathetic how open he was. 6 rushes, 53 yards, and a touchdown for Chandler Whitmer. He also has a touchdown through the air. But he also has 2 interceptions, including a pick 6. Whitmer wants to take a shot, knocked away by McCain, and they can't come away with it. McManus almost had it. McCain almost had it. Instead, Whitmer gets a 2nd chance. And there's no telling how much Memphis will come to regret that. My guess is a lot. Yep, there's Phillips open underneath the zone. 12 yards and a 1st down for Shaquem Phillips. This Memphis defense really needs to come up with a play. You know, actually making an interception would be a nice one, I believe. Whitmer, pressure comes, it's intercepted by Jakes. He's going the other way, but he's slower than dirt. But this Memphis defense comes up with a huge turnover. They pick off Chandler Whitmer for the 3rd time. And we'll see if this offense can come away with something. Anything to put this game to bed. What was that? Karam just stood there and lost 4 yards. Jefferson Ashiru had an easy tackle there. I think that was just a glitch there with the game. Goes underneath. There's Joe Craig on the slant, and he's got 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. 5 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown. I wonder if they're just going to throw it fairly deep and hope for the best. Not necessarily a smart play, but hey, sometimes just throwing up prayers have worked for them. Yeah, not that time. Karen loses 8. Tymir Brown just came through free. And Memphis has to punt. They can't risk it, especially because they need 15, not like 3. So they'll have to hope for a good punt and the defense to make another play. Fox just returns it up the sideline for a gain of 14. 3:58 to go in the game here in Storrs, Connecticut. The Huskies have the ball at their own 36. Down 28-27 to the visiting Memphis Tigers. And Whitmer wants to run the read option. Anthony Watson having none of it. Chandler Whitmer got absolutely hammered after he got 2 yards. Here you go. It all comes down to, can this defense get one more stop? If UConn scores, I think it's game over. That's incomplete, but some idiot roughed the passer again. Surprise, surprise. Winton McManus has had himself a pretty good game, but that was a big mistake. Sets UConn up. First down from the 47 of Memphis. 3:32 to go. And if Memphis manages to lose this game, it's exactly because this offense has been trashed. Sean McKeon wrapped up, but who is the idiot who roughed the passer now? Back-to-back roughing the passer penalties. That one on Johnny Farms. And things are looking really not good for Memphis here. They gotta hope they score fast enough to give them time to run their offense. Because this is not good. Memphis really needs one more turnover, but that might be too much to ask for. This defense has played well all game. They've given up 27 points, sure, but they've also scored 7 and intercepted him on 3 different occasions, including said pick 6. Can they get one more? Whitmer thrown to the end zone. Knocked away by Lonnie Ballantyne, but you know what? We'll take a deflection as opposed to a bumble and a touchdown. 3rd down and 10. This is big. I don't know if UConn's in field goal range. And besides, even if they do hold a field goal in turn would win it for Memphis. They need a turnover, and they come away with it. Anthony Watson, the strong safety, knocks it away. 2 for 2 with a long of 44. This one's big. Can he make it 3 for 3 and a 2-point lead for UConn? The kick is up. It's good. Alright, so their kicker does have the leg. We got a studio update. Ohio State goes into Camp Randall Stadium and wins 31-28. Memphis is down 30-28 with 3:05 to go in the game. A field goal does win it, so they can, and they got all 3 timeouts still, so they can't feel pressure and make a bad play. 22-yard return there to the 19. This Husky crowd is getting loud, and this would be an absolute shame for Memphis to drop this one when they've had it in the bag. Joe Craig, he's got a catch, probably had a first down either way, but they'll take the free yardage. They're not. Yeah, I would have had it either way. They'll take the 15 free yards out to the 44, thank you. And Memphis, they only need a field goal. They'll give to Hayes. Brandon Hayes, he's got running room. 18 yards into UConn territory. 13 rushes, 56 yards, 2 touchdowns. But if he can pull this one off and just get the win, like just keep running hard, that would be really good. He would almost certainly have to earn player of the game honors. They want to give it to Hayes. He cuts up field. He's got 3 yards. They can work on running the clock. They have enough. They're almost in the field goal range. They just need to, I don't know, solid yardage. First down would be really helpful. And Hayes just lost 5 yards. That's not going to help. And now it is 3rd down and 11. Memphis does still have 3 timeouts, but I feel like this is working on game. Throws it up. Dropped it. They got to go for it. Someone make a play. 1 for 1 on 4th down. 1:45 to go in this may be ball game. Karam has a man open. Karam Malone, he's in. Touchdown, Memphis. And a flag, but it's roughing the passer. How about that? They'll decline it. It's a touchdown. Memphis has the lead. And they're going to go for 2 to try and make it a 6-point game. Karam, 245 yards, 3 interceptions, but 2 touchdowns. And that one to Kalen Malone, who beat the coverage. Memphis is going for 2 to try to make it a 6-point game. Because already a field goal is not good enough. A field goal can't win it, so why not make it a straight-up touchdown game? Roughing the passer there, but they already had the 2-point conversion. They'll take the free kickoff. 36-30. And Memphis. The pressure was on. It was 4th and long. And busted coverage, and Kalen Malone comes down with the clutch touchdown catch. Now it's all on the defense. They have to keep him out of the end zone for 1:40. If they can do that, I think Memphis will improve to 2-0 in conference. Harris nearly ended the game right there, but his pick 6 would have been wiped out anyway, so. Corey Jones roughing the passer. You can't do that. Alright, Charles Harris made a nice play, and even if he made it even better and picked it off, it would have been wiped out. 60 yards for the win, basically. 1:36 to go. Still 3 timeouts for UConn. Can Memphis come up with the clutch play? That one's thrown incomplete. Bakari Hollier, 3 tackles, 2 interceptions, including a big pick 6. That, as of right now, is ultimately the difference maker. 1:33 to go now. Whitmer hit as he throws, but Bakari Hollier, he fumbled, no! He had the game ender and he fumbled it. I wonder if Memphis is going to go for the challenge. They're going to challenge the fumble, but I don't know if they're going to get it. Still, you got to try. Bakari Hollier. Nope, that's clearly a fumble. Hollier had the game ender. And Chandler Whitmer, for multiple times, given a second chance at life. First down for UConn. And they're at the 47. This is just keep them out of the end zone for 1:28. And all of a sudden, Memphis may yet need that that timeout they just lost. Whitmer, pressure coming, throws it away. Oh no, the interception does count, but he then, because Hollier had it and then he fumbled it. Oh my gosh, Memphis defense has played so well. They just need to keep him out of the end zone for 2 more plays, or if that doesn't work, 1 minute 24 seconds. McCombs underneath, he's hit hard, 6 yards. The clock continues to run. This is good. Get the clock running. Just keep them out of the end zone. They can get first downs. They just need to run out of time. An interception here in this game is almost definitely over. McCombs has a catch and he's got the first down. Timeout number 1 called by UConn. 56 seconds left. They're 36 seconds away from their own extremely improbable victory. Whitmer throws underneath. Sean McKeon broke a tackle. 10 yards. Timeout. UConn's down to 1. It's 2nd and inches from the 26. Just keep them out of the end zone. A turnover definitely salts the game because UConn doesn't have 3 timeouts. Whitmer throws underneath to McCombs. He's got a first down, and this defense is just playing keep away. Called ultimate keep away, keep him out of the end zone. That's all you have to do, keep him out of the end zone. Whitmer throws underneath, caught by McCombs, and he got out of bounds. From the 17. If UConn scores, this is game over. If UConn doesn't score, it's game over. McComb, he didn't get out of bounds. And the clock will roll. 3rd down and 4. Milk it as much as you can. Whitmer, down he goes! Johnny Farms with the sack. 4th and 10. First sack of the game, and how about that? Keeps the clock going. 13 seconds. Hit as he throws. McCombs is short. Bakari Hollier takes him down. Bakari Hollier with 3 interceptions, but he nearly fumbled the game away. Instead, he makes a game-ending tackle on Lyle McCombs, and Jacob Karam just has to take a knee. Oh, they still have a timeout. So I just take another knee, and this game is over. A highly intense game. And the 2 plays I'm going to call as 3 plays I'm going to call. No, 4 key plays. 4 key plays. One of them, the pick 6 early in the game by Bakari Hollier. The other one, the 4th and forever long bomb touchdown pass from Jacob Karam to K1 Malone that ultimately put Memphis up for good. Thirdly, the 3rd interception, James Sealer / fumble by Bakari Hollier. And then, of course, the tackle. And we have played in an instant classic here on ESPN. The number 2 ESPN instant classic. Memphis comes out on the winning end of this one, 36-30. They improved to 2-0 in the conference. 3-1 overall, sorry. That'll do it for me. I will see you guys next time. What a just amazing